Hello friends, how are you? It's me Kaushiki and welcome to my channel. I listen to my gut. Do you? Well, you should listen to your gut if you have not been listening to it because our gut talks to us. You would be surprised to know that our gut is full of organisms which include bacteria, fungi and viruses, and there are trillions of them inside. And apart from our own genes, there are more than 2000 genes present in our gut which talks to all other parts of our body and dictates whether you would be healthy or not. How do we get this microbiome? Well, 10% of the microbiome is what we gather when we are passing through our mother's birth canal, and it is specific to us. The remaining 90% of our bacteria, fungi and virus comes from the environment in which we live and what we eat. And you will be surprised to know that just like fingerprint, everyone's microbiome is different, and that decides how the various systems of the body, from whether a person is lean, obese, has metabolic syndrome, not has metabolic syndrome, and so many other things are decided by these small little microscopic organisms which we can't even see. The stool of various human beings have been cultured, and it was found through that people who had diabetes or had heart disease or had hypertension, that is the metabolic disorders, their bacteria was very different from what was present in the bacteria in the poop of a person who did not have these conditions or who was healthy. Now, second condition is ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, colon cancer, and so many other inflammatory conditions of the bowel. And again, it was found that absence of certain anti-inflammatory bacteria and viruses and fungi were associated with these inflammatory conditions in the human body. And thirdly, you would be surprised that these small little things, they guide us up here in our brains and the neurons of it. So it is associated with Alzheimer's, with autism, and moreover, people who have got depression and anxiety, they have got a different microbiome from those who don't have these conditions. It was found that people who had a diversified type of microbiotic flora in their body, they were more healthy than somebody who was depleted of these microbiomes. So you can just imagine that if there is an English garden with full of organic herbs and vegetables and things growing on there, then it is producing lots and lots of such herbal things or herbal product which is protecting us from various type of diseases. While if you think of, say, Thar desert or some big desert where there is no plantation at all, what happens? Nothing is protected. You feel so sparse and parched, and so exactly that is the situation when it comes to the gut. More diversified the type of bacteria and fungi are, better is your health. Less is the type of bacteria, worse is your health, or you are unhealthy. Now the question is that what can be done basically to improve on one's gut flora. And as I told earlier, that only 10% of it is something which is inherited, 90% is something which you can inculcate by healthy habits. Now, most important is eating green vegetables. So it was always said that green vegetable is very good and one should eat it. And people thought that the gut health was related to green vegetables because it contains roughage. But the latest theory is that it is not the roughage, it is the microbiome that is created by the green vegetable, the digestion of that is what is leading to a healthy life in general for people. It has also been found that consumption of wine, coca is something which improves on your microbiome. Vegetables like garlics, artichoke, onions, leek, they are all very good source of generating microbiome in our body. It is good to have probiotics like curd, kefir, etc. Likewise, it is important that one should keep stress at bay, because it has been found that stress not just harms by releasing the adrenaline and all, it actually hampers and kills the growth of the microbiome in your gut. It kills the healthy bacteria, and which leads to altered health and habit. Likewise, it has been found that if you're exercising on a regular basis, that again also impacts positively your microbiomes, and you living a longer, healthier, productive life is much more. So as I had discussed in my age reversal video which I did before this one, I talked about having some caffeine every day, or you can have curd, or you can have so many other things which are called probiotics, which contains actively dividing bacteria in them. There are lots and lots of colonies of bacteria there, and when you take it, obviously that is not the only thing. If you just take probiotic and don't follow rest of the healthy habits in your life, obviously that is not going to help your microbiome. But if you add probiotic, it is definitely going to help. So what are you thinking for? There are so many cheap capsules which are available in the market, like lactobacillus capsules, and you can take one capsule a day for your gut health, and listen to it next time when your gut talks to it. You might be surprised to know that if you are obese, probably the obesity gene is lying in your gut. It is your bacteria who is deciding that whether you should be obese or not, because it has been found the bacteria found in lean people is different from the poop of those who are obese. So think, listen, hear, act. Till we meet next time, have a good week ahead. Till then, bye bye from Kaushiki.